Bizarre Brain Comics. Hello, my comic book friends, and welcome to Bizarre Brain Comics. I am Gary, your host. And this is where I like to take a look at some older comics, talk a little bit about the characters and creators, and examine the stories and the art. And this time, I'm going to take a little look inside this book. Turok, Dinosaur Hunter. It's Turok, Dinosaur Hunter, number 15 from 1994 from Valiant Comics. And this is a character. This is the only issue I've got and of this title. And it may have been be the only one that I ever got, because I was not thrilled with Valiant Comics reboots of the Gold Key properties that they bought the license to, the property to. And that was Magnus Robot Fighter, Dr. Solar, Man of the Atom, and Turok, Son of Stone. And they changed it to Dinosaur Hunter. And I was not thrilled with the way they handled any of them. I did read get a few of the Magnus and Dr. Solar. But when I saw that they were putting Turok in modern times, and I don't even understand what all was going on, I didn't even want it. And although, yeah, I find that this is an enjoyable story, pretty, and this is part 3 of a 3-part storyline, and I enjoyed it. It's action packed and stuff. It's just not really Turok. Okay, and this has a really great cover drawn by Rags Morales. It's very action packed. I love the figure work and the action, and if you can see the way the texture work and stuff done in the background, it's really, really nice. And the interior story was written by Tim Truman, and I like Tim Truman. He is a great writer and artist in his own right, and I have liked most of what I did. That's probably why I enjoyed this, because it is written by Tim Truman, and it is an action-packed, enjoyable story. It's just not Turok, and that's not necessarily his fault. And with pencils by Howard Simpson, with inks by Randy Elliott, and I like the interior, good storytelling. And one thing that I did like about the Valiant books was some of the coloring and the coloring techniques. They had some marvelous coloring on those, especially the ones that were all hand colored with the colored dyes and stuff, and watercolor. I really like those. This is a little different. But let's start taking a little look inside here. Okay, well, before I do that, yeah, got it. Okay, and Turok, Dinosaur Hunter, is a Native American warrior who fights dinosaurs. Originally was a series, Turok, Son of Stone, in the Dell and Gold Key comics starting in 1954. He became part of the Valiant universe in 1992, along with other Gold Key characters, Magnus, Robot Fighter, and Dr. Solar, Man of the Atom. And Valiant's run lasted, of this character, this title ran for 48 issues. Until Acclaim Comics rebooted the character in 1996. Now, Acclaim, they're doing comics, but they're primarily a video game company. And they rebooted the character in 96 to better suit their licensed video games. And then later, the license moved to Dark Horse Comics and Dynamite Comics. So several people have owned Turok. And I haven't read any of the Dark Horse and Dynamite, and that maybe all they did is the reprint stuff. I don't know. That's as they've done with some of the other stuff. And I don't know anything about Dynamite. I don't even know if they're still producing any. So let's take a little look. So briefly here, you can see part 3 right off the bat, and that's the one of the main reasons I hated their version of Turok. It's got an M16 right there. And I don't know what happened beforehand, how he got from the Lost Valley with the dinosaurs and the cavemen to the modern world, and apparently somewhere along the line he lost Andar, and because one of the characters in here is named Andy, who is the grandson of that Andar. So there's some time shifting going on in here, and which I don't fully understand. And we see him in a dark place. Actually, he's down in some sewer tunnels and stuff, because his friend Andy was just injured, and he is tracking the individuals involved. And we see here, and it gives a little bit of a flashback, and you can see the characters involved have got the images in his mind, which is some that dinosaur people, and a robot, and what, a pirate? What the heck is going on here? It's a nice art, and but this is probably the only part in the whole book visually that I have a problem with, and not with the concept, because they had some great draftsmanship for the background, and then did the flames, painted the flames and the smoke with airbrush, but it's too hard. They didn't do enough airbrushing outside the area that they had masked off when they did the airbrushing, so it looks like something stuck on the picture instead, because it should be, gradually filter out a little bit out here. And that's the only artistic problem I've got. And it was a good attempt. I appreciate the attempt. Later on, it's all good. And here's where Andy, who is being injured, is being hauled off. And here are the people that Turok is chasing after. And it is indeed a robot, a pirate, and some dinosaurs. There's cyborg dinosaurs. A cyborg pirate. What the heck? And he's ranting and raving. And he's got a robot from Magnus Robot Fighter from 4000 AD. And Turok knows nothing about this. It chases them down. Turns out they're looking for lost treasure that the pirate had buried there centuries before. I don't understand all that. And then they gets into conflict, shooting and blasting Bluey. And there we see a great explosion. They did a wonderful job on that explosion. And all the artwork, all the coloring is really, really nice in here. They crash stuff down to thinking Turok is dead. Well, he comes back. He unburies himself. They smash through in a mall, out of the tunnels. The tunnel continues someplace else, so they're wreaking havoc, causing panic. Come smashing through, and then smash back down through, and then Turok is still right on their tail. And getting down into the tunnels, another great explosion there. Cops trying to stop him, and there we see that's where he was going. There's the remains of a sunken ship in a cavern under the mall, and then Turok. That's where Turok confronts them, and we come to battle. And they discard their. Now these cyborg dinosaurs are intelligent too, and they're following all his orders. They throw aside their more modern weapons to go for the old-fashioned time, tomahawk versus cutlass. And here they're fighting. Here's a great scene, fight montage, and right there is where they get the design for the cover illustration. And of course, then some weird thing happens, and because this is the same location that the pirate captain had been, his Captain Blood or Captain Red rather, had been when he was whisked away into time, never land, into Lost Land and Lost World and all this other stuff. And Turok picks the guy up, tosses him against his cohorts, and they all fall back into the time portal. And they are gone, leaving Turok the victor and kind of sad. And he walks off the victor. And has other ads on there. So that is Turok, Dinosaur Hunter. Very disappointing, but it was a very enjoyable read. It's just disappointing in the interpretation of Turok. But as a part of a standalone story, it was very enjoyable. Had it not Turok not been shoehorned into this, it would have been better. If it had just been an original character, it would have been much better than trying to revamp Turok into this, because the original Turok was much better. I have been planning for a long time to do Turok, Son of Stone cover, because I have many of the old Dell and Gold Key comics. So that's all I've got for you this time with Turok, Dinosaur Hunter. Please like, share, and subscribe, and do leave a comment. Do you like the Turok? I forgot to mention that it was a very popular video game, I guess, in the 90s of Turok Dinosaur Hunter. Even had a single animated movie about straight to video of Turok when he was young and before he went to the Lost Valley and stuff like that. But I enjoyed that. So do comment. Tell me what you like, what you dislike, if you like Turok, what version of Turok you like. All of that good stuff. And remember, people, comics are art.